I mentioned in like the last video that I was gonna do like a list of all the games. Well, so I was gonna talk about that now. These are like before like the PS4 generation. Actually, to be specific, the four games that came out before like 2010 would work here. Although there's probably not going to be much after 2005, since that was like when the 360 era started. So the first game that I wanted to mention here, and I'll have an image up like right here. First game I wanted to mention here is called Jumping Flash. And basically, what Jumping Flash is, it's like a 3D like platformer. It came out in 1995, so like before Mario 64, and you play as this like mech, and you have to jump around the map collecting carrots, and then you go to the exit port. It has really like if you don't like old graphics like that, you might not like. It is kind of clunky to control, not gonna lie. But it's actually really fun and aged very well. I was playing it on my PSP, and while I liked it a lot, the controls really felt good on the PSP. I can't like say much how it feels on the original PS1 since I don't have it on PS1, and to my knowledge, there's like no way to like I have a PS1, but there's like I don't know if there's a way to like load up a bunch of games on like a drive or an SD card on it. So that I don't know if you can do that yet. But the game is very, very fun. So next game here, right here, it's called Whiplash. And basically what you do in Whiplash is you play as Weasel, like whip around your rabbit, and he's like circular rabbit, and he try to escape an animal testing lab. It's like for the era, it's like a 3D like action platformer. It was really common back then. Like I think Ratchet and Clank or in Jak and Daxter, I think those like started the whole trend. Then like others followed, like pretty notoriously like Crash that followed it, and it didn't really work that well. But Whiplash is pretty good. You can sprint really fast, and the characters look really like charming. So the next game I wanted to mention here is The Punisher. This is a game by Shin, so it's the same guys that like Saints Row, like cucked, and it made Saints Row 2022. But this came out before Saints Row. Basically, play as the Punisher. It's a third-person shooter. You go around, you like shoot up bad guys. That's pretty much like the gist of the game. You're just shooting bad guy. It has really fun like gunplay, even for playing with a controller. Cause I play it on PS2. I don't know if it's on Windows. I know it's on Xbox, but I don't know if it's on Windows. But on PS2, it's pretty good. So the next like obvious choice is Burnout 3 Takedown. I don't think I have to explain it. It has a great soundtrack, awesome gameplay. So you're literally just racing down the street, and you have to take down by crashing them into like walls, vans, poles. It's really like probably like the best racing game I've ever played, to be honest with you. So the other next game I want to mention is God Hand. Now, despite what like people would say, God Hand's not really that hard. Base to get better at God Hand, yeah, you just have to dodge at like the right time and then attack a lot. That's pretty much. It's not really that hard of a game. The only thing is moving around with the character is kind of like not really that good. Like movement, it's like tank controls, but it's really stiff. So that it feels stiff. If it controlled better, it'd probably be a lot better. But it's just very stiff. Next game I want to mention was Time Splitters. Basically any of the Time Splitters games. It's a really fun time. Like if you've never heard of Time Splitters, it's a first-person shooter. It's basically from that era, but it's probably one of the better like first-person shooters that released in that time. It has really good like multiplayer, like split screen. So that's awesome. I'll probably throw up gameplay for like these screen and editing if I feel like it. But I'm pretty sure it's very self-explanatory on what times. Next game that I want to mention here that aged like really well. It's probably like one of my like favorite games that I've been playing recently. That's a Pac-Man World 2. Basically the gameplay of like Pac-Man. You basically chomp around dots, but it's like a really fun 3D platformer. I can't speak much about the first one because it was kind of like a game on PS1. But I haven't played the remake, so I don't know. But Pac-Man World 2 has really like good platformer controls. He has like a bounce where you can like slam on enemies. I played it on the Xbox and I really like it. It's probably one of the better games it's probably my favorite game on that console. Next game I want to mention is a Jet Set Radio Future. It is like probably the best game on the Xbox besides like really besides Panzer Dragoon Warrior. It's probably the best game like above Panzer Dragoon Orta, which is a really good rail shooter. But Jet Set Radio Future, you're basically going around on like your roller skates, doing tricks and graffitiing and avoiding all of the enemies in the level. It's pretty it has a great like style. I fell in the water, that doesn't matter. Anyways, I accidentally did that. I'm back in base. So this video's like going on for a while, but I just wanted to talk about a lot of games. So next game is it's actually two games. The Oddworld games on the Xbox. I don't think it well on my shirt, my hoodie. It is Oddworld. Like Munchin Abe. Favorite like games I've played probably ever. See, basically play as Abe or Munch, and what Abe you gather around is basically the same as Abe's Odyssey and Exodus. You just gather around the Madokins. Sorry, I can't really remember names. And you're trying to save them and Munch. Enough few levels with Munch. You're escaping from testing, similar to Flash. Testing that. Testing. I forget the name. He looks at it and he gets really like scared and you just have to try and escape it. And he has like an electric attack that comes from his head. And he's very, and it's like, it's very good that you have to switch between them because Munch is better at swimming and Abe moves around a lot faster. So Munch gets the wheelchair and moves around pretty fast. And for Stranger's Wrath, you play as like a bounty hunter, and you have to hunt. You have to collect a bunch of bounties on people, like Luton Duke, a bunch of them, to pay for like your heart surgery. And it's pretty. It has a mix. You have to forge like your ammo from the ground, like the various creatures there. It's a mix of like first person and third person shooting, and the platforming feels really good on it too. So that's a really good game. Alright, let's see. What can I think of here? Oh yeah, Tekken 4. Best Tekken on the PS2. And I mentioned Marvel vs. Capcom 2. I think it's like the best Marvel vs. Capcom game. It has really good controls and the character list is better than the rest of them. So the final game I wanted to mention here is Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks. You play as Liu Kang and Kung Lao, and it's like a beat 'em up, like a 3D beat 'em up. You go around beating up loads of enemies, and you have lots of special moves from the Mortal Kombat games. And you can do fatalities with like a button press, and then you input the command. I used I went on a fatality list website in order to do all of them because there's just no way I can know it right away. And so that is pretty much my list. My in my personal opinion, the games that have aged well. So I'd recommend you guys check it out on an emulator or on original hardware. You mod it so that I could play it, cause I think you'd have to be literally either really stubborn or retarded to actually go out and buy discs. On the 360 and the Xbox, it's really easy to modify. And on the PS2, they actually made it way easier over the years to modify it. You basically just need a memory card, a hard drive, and the game. On Xbox, you just need I think Splinter Cell. By Splinter Cell, you can soft mod your Xbox. So that is pretty much it for the list of games I think aged well.